saving me and coming to talk about all the stuff that we have going on here at OpenAgents. But is it this one? Let me see if I got the GitHub right.
Poor Car in here all alone.
No, I mean we'll get it done.
No,
let me see if I can find
people that are too interesting to stop talking to, but they need to come in here and talk to you. So,
are we allowed to show this yet, or?
What's that?
Or we can't show this yet, right?
I don't know.
We're showing it. I won't scroll down, but we don't have to talk about that yet. Maybe we'll let Christopher talk about that. But
okay.
Yeah,
is that new?
Yeah.
Is that on the website now?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay. Yeah. No, somebody tried to bring up the website earlier and it said coming soon or something like that.
Yeah, and then that's where I want to show people like that if you go to openagents.com right now, it says coming soon. But in reality, this is the stuff that's happening on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can share all of this yet.
Yeah.
Because investors and stuff. But Ben, tell us about everything that's going on with you.
Let's see. We finished the conference here. What is it? Energy and Mining Summit.
Mm-hmm.
Has been amazing because I love learning new things. And there's an entire world of oil and gas and energy and Bitcoin mining I mean, I've mined Bitcoin. I know a fair amount about it, but there's stuff that I just wasn't even close to knowing. Like, wasn't even in the same ballpark. I thought I knew. I didn't know a lot about energy in the ocean. I know a decent amount about other forms of energy, but this whole oil and gas industry in Texas and it's just
like I've come to realize in Bitcoin like a long time ago, everybody has their niche that they're really into, and the best. I mean, there's very few people that understand all the other niches. But yeah, I feel like the mining one, it just is a whole nother rabbit hole on itself.
Yeah, one thing that I found really interesting about this tie-in with Bitcoin and energy, which Elon Musk has talked about a number of times about having this like new currency for energy, which is really Bitcoin. I don't know if he doesn't understand that, but somebody said Bitcoin miners are the apex predators in the energy space. If there is a speck of energy over here, they will go and connect miners to it.
It's true.
Any form of energy out there, like they are at the top of making sure they get that energy. And
we were talking to a couple of them earlier on the broadcast. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And so like, I don't know, like that's the only real way to price energy is if you tie it to Bitcoin. Otherwise, like USD doesn't really have any backing. It's just kind of all over the place, and you're trying to get the market to figure out what this is worth. But mining with Bitcoin has a very set price of what that energy is worth every time. So I don't know. I have a lot of takeaways, I guess, but that was
Tell me more. Tell me more, Kick. We're here to learn more. Yeah, for sure. Tell me.
I guess a lot of it. So like regarding us with OpenAgents.
This is Ben's Twitter if you guys want to follow him.
Yeah. I was posting a bunch about energy. I guess one thing on that, as far as OTEC and ocean-based energy and just energy in general, like as awesome as things are in Texas for energy and mining and all that, like it is still really difficult to bring like any substantial number of gigawatts online. No matter how amazing it is, eco-friendly, off-grid, anything else, it's still really difficult. It's way, 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 way better than a lot of places, even in America. They've done incredible stuff here, but if you want to bring on like what we really need, like a terawatt of energy, is going to be really difficult. But we can do that out in the oceans. Pretty super environmentally friendly.
Yeah. So tell us of the ocean stuff, because we were talking about it the other day. But yeah, tell the people that are watching now, like how hard is that? How feasible is that?
Yeah. I mean, it's been around for decades at various test scales, including from barges out in the ocean. The real operating plan land, which is a really awful way to do OTEC, because your piping is really expensive and you got to go down with the slope, and it's miles down that way. So nobody can really do it to land. But if we go out in the water and we use that energy at the source, and we need to cool things because we're pumping up cold water, then all of a sudden it's insanely cost effective. So the technology is already really there. That's not really that difficult. The hard part, I think, is just getting investors on board with it. Really, I mean, I don't know. There isn't really. We build massive stuff on the water all the time. We built these deep water pipes. We use it in the oil industry in the North Sea, the most horrible environments on Earth. Like, we've done this stuff for a really, really long time at this point. I think it's just getting people over some kind of mental hurdle, maybe, of putting $20 billion worth of computer stuff out in the ocean.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just it's just the getting the capital and then finding the right team that can execute on it, right? Yeah, for sure.
The one, I mean, it's the downside of any energy, though. No energy is really that efficient unless you're at some kind of scale. Like, you really, I mean, you need to be at kind of the megawatts at least, and it really gets efficient in the gigawatt scale. So it's kind of a, if somebody gave me $1 million to build OTEC, I'd be like, can't really do much with that. Like, maybe 50 million, we can get started. But it's like giving someone $1 million to do a nuclear prototype. It's like,
you really can't do much with $1 million these days, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not really gonna help too much. So
it's just true. It really takes. I don't know. I feel like these days you definitely need a little bit more capital to get any sort of return on it. I feel like the days of 2010 and 2020s are long gone. But we'll see. We're getting a new Fed chair, as I found out in this broadcast.
Oh yeah,
we'll see if that changes anything.
Oh yeah, I did see that on the Twitter's X's. I mean,
so you just came to Austin this week. How's your week been? Just otherwise, like, have you been be able to adjust to the weather? We rain like cats and dogs this week.
I mean, I'm from Tampa Bay area. It's actually really similar so far. I think you guys are going to get a lot hotter and drier probably in some time. When's it get really hot?
Like now.
Oh, okay.
Like around this time, it gets really hot.
Okay.
Yep.
So the rain weird at this time?
The rain is normal, but it was all of a sudden weird. But this feels about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's not too bad then. It's nice. I walk over the bridge, stay in a place just like a mile south, so I do a lot of walking around, which is nice.
Nice. You like to walk? I forgot.
Yeah, I like to walk. But yeah, I feel that breeze off the river there, and it's kind of like the breeze off Tampa Bay.
Oh man, Tampa Bay is beautiful.
So as long as there's a bit of a breeze, then it feels nice, no matter how hot it is. Like, I don't really mind the heat. I'm actually from Northern Ohio, and I've long since lost my ability to survive, I guess, in cold. I have no appreciation at all for it. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been total mayhem with this, like, 2 days of this conference event and all the brainstorming and stuff going on here with OpenAgents is a fun.
It's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting. I think that's the day-to-day working at an AI startup it's just exciting. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, I feel like Bitcoin moved pretty fast, but with the AI stuff, it's like week to week, something changes and you have to adjust. You have to be willing to move with it. Yeah, it's just so, I mean, the applications for it are endless, and the ways people are implementing it are, I don't know, like, I just feel like it's constant stream. I mean, my X feed is a constant stream of people doing crazy awesome things with AI that I never thought of. So so tell us about, like, some of the OpenAgents or the stuff that you can share. Tell us about the stuff that you're working on with Christopher. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it really is the go-to-market for this. If we can, and especially through this event, like, we can definitely bring on a substantial amount of AI compute, especially agentic, which means instead of needing an immediate response as quickly as possible from a massive data center with the fastest bandwidth possible, then it's something that can be tasked out. I need a big project done and do it by tomorrow or do it by the end of the week or whatever. In that kind of scenario, there's a huge amount, again, as we're finding with the Bitcoin mining community that has sort of sniffed out these pockets of energy all over the place. There's a ton of really inexpensive ways to run these AI agents. And
So we could bring online megawatts and megawatts and megawatts worth of AI agents, new AI agents that are incredibly cheap to operate. And so then you have the chicken or the egg. Like how do you bring on that much demand to meet that supply? Or if you bring the demand first, how quickly can you bring in the supply, and how do you scale those together? So that's really a lot of it. I think businesses, especially, it's not very efficient to sit there and copy paste some stuff into ChatGPT and then sit there for 10 minutes and wait for it to give you a response. It's a lot more efficient to run through all the things that you need to give it like on a Monday morning. And this is due by end of the day. This is due by tomorrow morning. This is due by Wednesday. That's due by Friday. Check my calendar, respond to this email, do all these different things. That is a way, way more efficient way to run a business than sitting there and waiting for the AI to do a thing.
Yeah, like one of the coolest things that we saw last week, we were all just in here and we were just talking to the autopilot, and dude, it was crazy good. I told Christopher, I was like, dude, this is the future, man. Like, and I wasn't bullshitting. I was like, no, dude, what we're creating here is the future. That's insane.
Yep.
Like how incredibly fast and smart it was. And it was just a conversation. It was like we were talking to a fifth person in the team.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. And I was like, oh, this would be great to have this and then be able to have this. And he was like, yeah, we're working on that. We're working. I was like, cool. Because like I feel like it's just missing a couple more pieces, like you're talking about, that I think really is going to set it apart. And one of the things that I thought about was like, why hasn't anybody made this yet? But it kind of just goes back to the whole OpenClaw thing, right? There's just something that you don't know that you don't know people need until you have it, and then you're like, how did I live without it?
Yep.
And I felt like the OpenClaw thing was kind of like that. Obviously, we moved past it, but it was that thing that everybody was like, oh no, we need something like that. Can you talk a little bit about how that? Yeah, about those things, Ben, and how that works with kind of what we're doing with Autopilot OpenAgents.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I mean, this is kind of a general thing about AI, that I think AI is amazing and does amazing things for us, but it doesn't really have maybe a creative spark to be able to recognize that it should build a new thing for us. Like it should, I don't know if it's the way humans operate or what it is, but it seems like there's a missing piece, or maybe a million missing pieces, and the AI can't really identify it. It's really up to us as these crazy brains that connect all these weird dots in weird ways, in ways that AI can't do it, to come up with these ideas of how the future will look and how people really will interact. I mean, I think a lot of it is like we're talking right now is not the way that I prompt AI at all, not even close. And so we're really like, and we have a whole prompt engineering. It's an entire career or an entire field. So I think looking more at how do humans interact and how do they operate on a day-to-day basis, and what is our bandwidth for things, and how can we, like, obviously we can't compete with a computer or an AI on like a math problem or something like that. But we can on creativity, and how do we combine that creativity with the capabilities of AI, I think is really the answer. I don't think it's AI replacing humans ever, except for, again, the non-creative side of it. And there's creativity in everything. The most boring accounting kind of situation requires a ton of creativity, or it should. So I think that opens it up. I think just trying to think about this really broadly, AI should replace a lot of the main mundane stuff, and it should free up our minds to not have to go through this boring, mundane, repetitive kind of garbage, and be able to really have opportunity to just think and do the stuff that our crazy brains do, of coming up with these creative new ideas.
Yeah, it should really just enhance your life and allow you to almost like kind of just be like a not orchestrator, but just like a symphony director or something.
Yeah.
And it just kind of just plays, right?
Yeah. No, I think that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you talk to some interesting people here.
Yeah, we had some miners on from West Texas. I believe his name was Mason. and we had another guy named Sterling. We had some guys from Giga Energy, I believe it's called. And we just had on the BitX guy, Scott, who was amazing, and Brandon came on earlier. We got a whole rundown on the Fed. So I feel like we've had like a pretty good mixture of people. Yeah. What have any interesting talks that you've seen over the past couple of days? Anybody that
Well, yeah, we have someone, Margot, that I'm hoping will be in here in a minute, maybe with Chris, but a lot of like, how do you take in this huge amount of energy data and combine that with compute in an intelligent way that is good for the grid, good for people that have certain demands, like for air conditioning and things at certain times of the day, with emissions and environment. How do you kind of orchestrate all of that in a really interesting way? And then for us in particular with decentralized AI, how do we take all of that data and then orchestrate those AIs out to the most efficient regions and cities and places, based on where the cheapest energy is and what's the best locally, for the environment or for whatever the case may be. There's a lot of data out there. So I'm hoping maybe her and Chris, or just her, will come in here in a minute because she's doing really cool stuff.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to talk to her about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the latest on autopilot? Can we talk about this yet? Is this can't share this yet, right?
No, I don't know. What are we allowed to talk about? So much cool stuff.
Can we scroll down, or should we didn't scroll down? Right, a lot of it could. Yeah, I won't do that.
Okay.
But I will say though, it's coming. A lot of people have been asking me just around town, and then they're like, "Hey, what's going on with?" I'm like, "No, they're behind the scenes working on this like day and night." Because I see you post like at all sorts of times. I'm like, it's like, is Ben sleeping? Yeah, you're always just like dropping stuff in Slack, and I'm like, Ben, go to sleep, Ben.
I'll just say like the just looking at this screen that we have up here that nobody else can see, I think. But
well, no, they can see it. But, they can see this, but like,
okay.
But but it doesn't show too much. I think.
Well, the concept of, I think, not only AI agents but even software, and I'm thinking about this for businesses in particular, but it applies personally, individually as well, is that historically, and even still, we build like some kind of software and it's SaaS, and we try to meet the needs of the most people, and people buy it and they use 10% of it or 20% of it, and they try to integrate it with their other SaaS software or whatever. Like, AI and software work together. AI can build tools that make it more efficient. They should work hand in hand, and both of them should grow together with your business, especially. There shouldn't be like kind of I guess software is less static than it's been. It should be in this like constant state of evolution, because your AI should constantly be trying to make things more efficient and more functional for you. So if you're constantly telling the AI to do this thing over and over again, and it should be proactive enough even to say, oh, how about I build a tool for you? How about I build a dashboard? Because you keep asking for this information. I can just build this thing for you so you can pop it up and see it graphically. And we do really well with that as humans, graphically visualizing lots of information very quickly. So that's kind of where we're going with this. I think the proactive component of it is really important. And I think that kind of evolving, growing, always in movement, kind of software / agent thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Chris has some of this described on here, because it's hard to describe. It's a new paradigm really for, I don't know, like we talk about like a business operating system, or even a life operating system, trying to think of what kind of terms do we use to really describe this? Because it's entirely different from trying to plug in AI into that.
I think it's, we had whiteboarded it last week. It feels more like a business OS in a lot of ways. I don't know if that's the right term.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels like a back office operations, and even front of office, depending on what you want it to do. It adds another team member to your. It's kind of like a HAL from from 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those types of computers where you need him. He's always on and he's ready for you, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about Jarvis a lot. I think that's a fun example of it. But
okay.
What's that? Is she coming in? No, she ain't coming. Yeah, I'm kind of killing time, but
yeah.
All right, cool. I think we got someone cool coming in next. So
oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to. There's a couple people to get in here still.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna go scout for you here in a minute. I think.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing was just wanted to get with you on all this stuff, and we'll talk more about it here.
Yeah. There we go. All right, I'm out.
Thanks, Ben.
Peace.